We might be live again. Even the chickens are upset. All right, we might be back up. Not sure. Streaming. Where's Facebook? It's trying. Are we streaming to Twitter?
No.
You're live.
We are live.
Yay!
We are back. Yay.
I got it.
All right. Well, should we just
All
start?
right. It is Friday, August 4th,
Let's just start all over.
part 2.
Man, that sucks.
We can blame it on the
All right,
chickens on
this
the
has
table.
gotten out of hand up here. This
Oh,
is,
I
don't
love
know
it.
what you think you're doing here.
Look at Midge.
All right,
She's
we
trying
are
to
back.
roll
Hi,
eggs again.
Stormy. Everyone, we're sorry. I don't want them pooping on the phone. This is such a great phone. This has gotten ridiculous.
Look at Cracker Muncher, just like, I'm going to be broody on all these eggs.
She doesn't stop. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We're going to come back. We were just getting, actually, if we're ever going to have a problem, that was a good time to have a problem because we're just, exactly, Mike, you're right. The chickens did it. You got what you guys missed while we were trying to get back. I don't know how a chicken dropping that was the size of a marble could smell.
Oh, it was smaller than that. It was the size of a Tic Tac.
Smell so bad. It was disgusting. Which chicken was that?
It was this one.
Oh.
The one that nobody likes.
I wonder why. Now we
I'll
know.
take her.
All right, so we're back, guys. So sorry about
Somebody
that.
said we're not live on YouTube. Can someone? But Mike's on YouTube.
Looks like you're back. Darshell says we're back.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get back to that. I apologize. I hate that. We were just about to break 100, too. So do whatever you can to help break us. The more you guys keep commenting, the truth be told, that's actually what helps, is the engagement, the interaction. Right, James?
Yes.
Yes. So the more you guys keep talking to each other, that's great. Share the show. Blah, 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 blah.
So the thing is I guess the point of this was, what are the benefits and disadvantages to having Bantam?
Oh, okay.
To
so
bantam or not to
So
bantam?
we're going to get back into
That
it.
is
Well,
the
I can tell you,
question.
here's the disadvantage.
No, this is just the, oh, look how cute they are.
I mean, Cracker Muncher is
She's cool.
roosting on all of her eggs.
She doesn't stop. She's always working. If I had to hire a chicken, I would hire her.
She does talk a lot, though.
Oh, no.
She's the only one talking.
Okay, so does this come up? Do people are like, hey, Kristen, when you're on a sales call, should I get a Bantam?
I think I bring it up more than other people.
Exactly. So I want that point to be out there first.
Yeah, I'm a bantam pusher.
Well, I agree because one of the reasons why I didn't want to get a Bantam was because I thought they would be easier to be eaten by hawks
Picked off? Yep.
But when Kristen was giving me the Welsh summer, she said, well, you have to take the Bantam because they're friends. And
You used that on Ingrid? Did it work?
she's like, no, they roost together. They grew up together. You have to
You
take
are
them together.
such
And
a-
bantams don't count.
You're.
So
you are
she
such-
did, and now I'm forever changed
Oh.
because of that little cute Bantam. So
Yeah.
I
And was
will-
that Midge?
yes.
Do they need something to eat?
No,
can-
they've got food. Look, they got.
Hold on, why
mealworms.
can't-
Black soldier.
I
fly.
mentioned earlier to bring in some of our homegrown soldier fly larvae.
I'm not fetching those for you.
Who can go out and
They're in
fetch?
a container.
I like the yeah, it's so easy. That biopod, it's actually working. There was a lot of soldier fly larvae
Self-harvested.
self-harvesting. A great term. James, you want to go grab that, buddy?
What are we looking for?
Go out to the biopod and just bring in the cup.
Yeah, the side of it comes
Not
off.
the whole biopod, the end of it. Because someone needs something to eat. Okay, moving on. Again, if you guys are just coming back, sorry about that. We had a horrible technical issue. Today is Q&A and a lot of bantams, apparently. If you have
Bantam show and tell.
you are not kidding. Did you do this as a little girl?
No, I wish I would have. Ooh.
So there are different types of Bantams.
Ooh.
What's going on? She's got a hanger.
She does.
That's
Oh, there it goes.
What's happening? I can't see because the...
We're watching her poo. She has her back end like facing us, and
it smells so bad. Why? We have a show to do. People don't want to just see chickens pooping
So
all day.
Mike hasn't. So this is one of the things that Mike says. The drawback is that food and water is
I
needed
had
at
a wiper.
different needed at different heights, which is true. You do have to accommodate things.
Boy,
when
I'm
you
hearing a
have-
lot of reasons why not to get bantams.
Well, that's so easy.
But that's an easy fix.
What's an
So,
easy fix?
to
Them
have
being
food and
short.
water? Yeah.
And being short's not bad.
Hold on. How do you fix it?
Well, so I have a cinder block in front of the water bar. So
Okay.
Midge always uses the water bar.
That's a good
Where
one.
I have another one that's hanging, but she doesn't use that one.
Yeah, I have to have a step stool in the kitchen. I mean,
Yes.
Oh my
Same.
gosh. So hold on. Check this out. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. That is a lot
Here, let me just do
of
this.
larvae.
Real
Oh,
quick.
we got a soldier fly. We got an adult
Here we
right
go.
there that must have pupated, and there she goes. We got another one.
Are you just letting out soldier flies into the?
I am.
Oh, hi! Ooh, cracker muncher.
Oh, what's going on?
where she flew away?
What is going on today?
Mama.
All right, so we're gonna.
Hi.
We need to have standards of
Look at-
creatures in the four walls and the inside.
Come here.
All right, so
I
we
know.
got some.
Standards for every time except for noon to 1:30 on Friday.
I love this. And I tell you, if you're a school teacher, this would be so much fun in school and science class. So let's see. Do they prefer? Have you ever fed them live soldier fly larvae?
They found some that were breeding. I had set aside a bucket where I'd found some, and they found it, overturned the bucket, and ate everything.
So the silkie just went in first. I am shocked.
Oh.
Yeah, just
All right, so she doesn't want to be with you guys.
no.
Come here.
Okay, so bantams. We got to get back to it. How did we end up off the?
I did so you could show the soldier flies.
Oh, thank you, Ingrid.
You're welcome.
Yeah, have her take a dump over there. See how you guys like it.
No.
True bantams, naturally occurring bantam chicken breed that has no larger fowl counterpart. These breeds were developed without human input. Examples include silkie, seramas, seabrights, Japanese, and duckles.
Duclays.
Duclays, sorry. So that's interesting because I have seen, let's say, silver-laced bantams. So they're not really a bantam because there's a larger breed, silver-laced,
That's not a true
Wyandottes.
bantam.
So it's not a true bantam.
That would
so
be-
if you're not a true bantam, are they called false bantams?
No, that's the next slide.
Oh, of course.
They are miniaturized bantams that are bred by humans to be smaller than average, and they have a larger breed counterpart. And Old English game hens are actually they're small chickens, but they are larger than the bantam. A Cochin, Brahma bantams. This is a Brahma bantam in the picture there. Your Wyandotte, your Cochin bantams.
I didn't know Old English game had a standard counterpart.
Yeah, they're,
Interesting.
They're only about 4 pounds, and midge is like 1.5. So
Oh, okay.
they're not big chickens.
No,
anyway.
in the shot. What's wrong? Oh, what's wrong? You can handle chicken poo. You can't handle.
Oh
some...
no, I was just trying to get some for her because she's not very.
No, she needs to come
she doesn't
over.
have any friends.
Well, she needs to come over and make some. All right.
That's interesting. Okay,
Yes,
so we
and
have
then-
bantams that don't have a standard counterpart, and then some bantams have a standard counterpart.
Then there's these that are considered developed bantams.
Frizzle. Love frizzles.
Right. So they're made with greater input from humans that include breeding several different breeds to get specific results. They're not naturally occurring chicken breeds, which I think would be even the self blue, perhaps, would be because she's bred to be that color and that.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and
that's
then-
right.
And then, the frizzles, and this is a Easter egger bantam, and then and we also, the barnyard mixes like cracker buncher and that beautiful white one
Yeah.
in front of Matt.
Yeah, she's a mix between a serama and an Old English game, Millie Fleur.
So this should this is expected, but proof is here. They definitely love the live ones over the freeze dried ones, but they will eat the freeze dried ones just like Ethan did. But
So I also want to include the barnyard mixes.
Oh, there's a picture of me playing cards
Yes,
with the bantam.
right.
that's not staged, folks. I kid you not. That is just that's real life.
And the other one is little Bernie that I lost, but that she was coaching I am Serama Bantam.
Okay, so I didn't know there's different types of bantams. I knew there was a true bantam and then there was bantams, but okay.
Right. So can you have bantams with full-size breeds?
Yes.
No.
Of course you can. Of course.
So,
you
Kristen, you promote it. Why do you always promote having it? It's just gotten out of control here. So here she comes. All right, welcome back.
back.
Welcome back.
She's back.
Oh.
She's used to having the run of the house.
Why do you recommend that if someone is setting up a flock that they have at least one bantam?
Because bantams have been bred to be pets. They've been bred to be mothers. They tend to be more friendly, and they're good broodies.
These are all the reasons I have.
Oh, really? Man, she's looking for something. She's flying all over the place.
Other advantages to having bantams. Bantams are great broodies and mamas. So explain, there's probably some people out there that still don't know what that means.
Yeah, they raise the tendency to be broody, be mothers has been bred out of our standard size hens for egg purposes. So that has not been bred out of the bantams.
Not saying standard, one of these lights are going to fall, I guarantee it. Not to say that you can't have a standard hen go broody. We have one right now.
Right. But
Yeah.
generally, that tendency has been bred out of them and not the bantams.
Okay, hold on now. They are fun to hatch.
That's what I saw. One of the things that they were fun to hatch.
What makes a bantam? What's different?
Because they're smaller, and if you're raising them in your home, they don't, or in a classroom, they don't take up as much room. I've got some classroom teachers who only want bantams for their classroom, and they also hatch quicker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you
by
can't
like a day.
Yeah,
What?
You have to put them in different incubators.
Oh, I didn't
right?
know that.
Yeah.
How long does it take for them to hatch?
19 to 20.
So they're shorted by like a day
Yeah.
or two. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Great for beginners. Why?
Because they're more pet friendly.
Yeah.
See, I feel like this might be sending the wrong message because regular
I'm a
chickens are fun
pusher.
to hatch.
I mean, come on.
Regular chickens are so easy.
Is this Kristen's list?
I really think this is why they
I'm
didn't.
sorry, I
They-
can't hear you over the chicken.
They consume less and make less mess.
Oh, yeah, we measured.
Oh, yeah, looks it.
Matt and I measured on the roost bar, and this bantam only took up 3 inches.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Think of how many you can have.
That's right. So bantams don't count in chicken math, and bantam math means more chickens.
Yes, more chickens.
Bantams are an absolute. You're really
All right, that was
forcing.
mine. Hey, I produce the show. I can write what I want.
I guess so. God knows I can't.
All right, well, if you want to do
Oh,
a
this-
keynote,
If you want to do slides, Matt.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good. I have things to 3D print.
Yeah.
Bantams don't count in chicken math.
they don't.
Bantam
Though,
math.
Sean
means
disagrees with that.
Oh my gosh. I do see a lot of comments coming. I definitely appreciate it. Again, if you're just joining us, we did have a little technical issue. We had to start the show over. We are live August 4th, 2023, almost coming up to 1 o'clock already. Oh my God. What did you give these chickens today?
She's just full of personality.
Talking about
She is.
bantams, apparently. And if you have any questions, please leave that in the question section or a comment. Same place. Leave a comment.
And we've got black soldier fly larvae crawling away under the desk.
Ew.
Well, see,
You're
now I'm
blinking
glad you said that because there's really nothing gross about soldier fly larvae.
It's not, but you're gonna have flies in here. Although they don't live very long, do they?
I combat flies as part of my job, and you guys are just making more work for me.
Well, the black soldier fly larvae discourage houseflies.
There you go. Good point. Whoa. What you got now, brah? Whoa.
Do they discourage any other type of flies?
Fruit flies.
That would be great.
I was asking before I lost you. Any herb recommendations to plant around a run or to avoid? Our 24-foot run will be finished today, planting tomorrow. We have talked about this a lot. I know we got videos and horticulturalists that have talked about that, but are there any good herbs you can think of real quick off the top of your head? to plant around the run?
Oregano,
Oregano.
mint,
Okay, mint.
rosemary. I'm thinking of perennial herbs. Depends on where you're located too. So they're not necessarily perennial if you're up north, but those are all perennial herbs.
Now we have a chicken on top of the camera. I kid you not. And I just, whatever happens at this point, folks, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, get your pictures. This is unbelievable. This is true. You can't make this up. So my next question was going to be why? Like, why is it a good idea to plant? Is it beneficial to plant mint, rosemary?
Well,
basil?
people say, basil, but I mean, basil's a summer thing. It needs a lot of sun. It needs where the other ones can grow without all that sun. But oregano is good as people say that they use that for, I don't know if it's not a dewormer because that's pumpkin, but oregano is used as a holistic herb for chickens. I don't remember exactly for which, but I like to take the herbs and just crumble them up and dry them up and put them in the nest boxes. They will eat them sometimes. I love to plant comfrey around the
I don't even know what comfrey is.
comfrey is
It's a great It's got a lot of protein.
Yeah.
It brings up nutrients from the soil
It's
because
got
it has a big taproot.
yeah, and my chickens love to eat it. It's a great pollinator, and they'll eat it more in the winter.
It's good medicinally for people.
Yeah, they call it the bone knitter plant because when you break a bone, you can wrap your arm
Oh my
in
gosh! Speaking of something,
comfrey.
recently, so Jetta was out riding horses, and the horse trainer Jetta got stung on the arm, and the horse trainer took a tobacco leaf and rubbed it on the sting, and apparently took the pain away immediately. You ever heard of that?
No,
I have not, but
a
I
lot of
believe it.
people don't have tobacco leaves.
Oh, they're growing everywhere here.
Yes.
So Barbara, so now this is interesting. This is why I love to do this show, because we actually talked about this just not too long ago, and this is what we just want to keep helping people, no matter what stage they're at, 1, 2, or 3. How many stages are there in the world of backyard chickens?
I'll let you know when I get to the ceiling.
Why is my hen sitting in the nesting boxes? She has been doing it for about 3 weeks now.
Oh, good. She's about ready to have babies.
She's broody.
She's broody.
She's broody. What do we do if we have a broody hen?
Well, I like to give her babies or eggs to hatch.
Is it a good idea? A lot of people do what's called break the broody. Is that a good idea?
I suppose if you don't want any more chickens.
If someone's going to try to break the broody, is there a good way to do it? Is there a way that's recommended?
You can put them in a dog crate somewhere where they can't make a nest, and just for about 3 days should be, or isolate them if you have a way to divide your coop where they can't make a nest, and just keep them there for 3 days with food and water. The problem is when they're broody and they don't end up hatching chicks or raising baby chicks. They don't eat a lot. They only eat maybe once a day, if not once every other day, so they can get very weak. And if that goes on for longer, then it would take, it can hurt the health of your chicken.
So Mackenzie says, I knew the tobacco trick. You can make a poultice also. No idea what that is. Here's the point I want to make about Mackenzie. The three of you, and maybe Nan, I don't know. I keep asking Nan to go out in the woods. We just bought the farm, and we got lots of woods out there. Mackenzie's been out there, and we're riding the trails, and I kid you not, she's literally jumping off, whether we're in the gator or the golf cart. She's like, oh my gosh, I've dreamed of seeing these, right? I don't know if I talked about it on a show previously, but I just think it's amazing. One, how much she knows. And, of course, I question everything, and she's been spot on, actually physically showing results of what she did. Mm-hmm. There are so many great things out in the woods that are medicinal.
Yes.
And, obviously, especially here in the Western world, we've gotten away from it. And I just think it's a good thing to know, because I'm so scared those things are going to get lost in time. But anyways, she found, I keep calling them ghost pipe.
Ghost pipe, yeah.
And have you ever seen them in the wild?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I thought we were special. And she, hopefully this isn't illegal. Hopefully I'm not getting her in trouble.
I think they're rare.
We got hundreds of them. Huh. And she's showing us how to cut them the right way and to leave a couple just so they keep growing or whatever. And then she put it in, I guess, like a very high proof alcohol. And the combination there makes it, some type of medicinal remedy or whatever.
Right.
It turned
Like a tincture?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. That's the word. Thank you. It turned a dark but beautiful looking purple. It's interesting. And she said that was going to happen. I said, yeah, okay, yeah, right. She don't know what she's talking about. Sure enough.
Yeah, dandelions too are fantastic.
I've heard dandelions are great for your heart.
All sorts of things.
Okay.
Elizabeth Gottfried said, will chickens eat comfrey? Yes, they will. They might not know to do it right away. I find mine do it more in the winter when there's not other things around.
Yeah, so it might not be a first choice, but they do.
Maureen says, using the hemp in my coop shed and love it. Absolutely no odor and stays very dry. Tell me again why you would not recommend it for the run. Thank you.
It's just because of cost.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean,
it's one of the more expensive products you can use for your runs. So there are just other options there.
If it's in your budget and you have I've always said for years, you shouldn't have to put anything inside your run.
What do you mean? You always have to put stuff in your run.
Chickens, food, water, but you shouldn't have to put down a type of bedding. You shouldn't have to put down sand.
You do because they work through it.
I get it, but if you free range, it's not as
Okay.
necessary. Okay? The point is there's a difference between what you need to do and what you should do. Okay? And of course, everyone's got their own opinion, especially we talked about sand, which we need to do a video on that. We need to do a video why not to use sand. It's something's gonna go terribly wrong with these chickens going everywhere. Here's what I wanted to say. It's a very costly way. Should you use some source of carbon when there's other options, like my absolute favorite now is the healthy straw that we sell. And the reason why I love the healthy straw is it's way more affordable. And I feel like the chickens have a lot more fun scratching through it, and it doesn't break down as quick as the hemp herd would. You still need it to break down, but you don't want it to break down so fast. It's a waste, and you don't want it to sit around forever. Okay. Can we put the chickens away now? Or is everyone enjoying this?
I think it's great.
Oh, my gosh. It's getting a little hot in here.
All right. So now Barbara says, I use sand. Now you have me worried.
We're going to do a video. Let's do a video on why I feel you don't need to use sand, let alone should use sand. But you always have to. I've gotten so scared, especially, thankfully our YouTube channel's grown. It's doing really, really well. I always have to think about all the things that people are going to say. Here's the thing. When people are convinced they have to use sand, most likely they have the wrong setup. So right away, you got bigger problems. And we talked about this recently, that there is someone out there who's very well known in her chicken keeping and her knowledge or whatever. And she said, if you're having any chicken problems, here's how to solve it. Use sand. And I don't agree with that. If anything, if you're having any chicken problem, most likely you're not free ranging, and you can solve it by free ranging. And it goes along with why, if you don't free range, you really just want what is natural for chickens.
Right.
Chickens don't want to be on the beach. Chickens don't want to be in a sterile environment. We have gotten into this mindset that we have to have everything sterile, and that is what is killing us. That's not what your chickens want.
So Amber M says people all over the internet are pushing sand in the run. And these things happen. They become cyclical, where you see these trends.
Yes. So
I wonder if there's any correlation between sand in the run users and cat people. Like, there has to be some people who find it satisfying to scoop poop.
I don't know. I don't.
I'm a cat person. I don't like either one.
Yeah. And the thing is what you're saying, Matt, if you are having a problem keeping chickens, then chances are you're doing something that's not back to basics of
Right.
how chickens
Right.
normally live. You're overcompensating for things.
You like to scoop poop.
Nobody likes to. I can't imagine.
Well,
anyone
maybe
like this.
someone
No, but
out
she's saying
there
with-
can tell us why they have sand.
We should build a mini run of sand and a mini run of what we.
Okay, you know what? Screw it. Do it. Call her. I doubt she'll come on our show, but I am always up for a good conversation.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Why?
I don't want to give her a platform.
Good point.
I'm sure there's somebody else.
Ooh, the quiet, slow burn.
So Elizabeth, I almost said this when we were talking about the hemp and what to use in the run. She says, about this, would you recommend using the discarded hemp in the once in a year clean out from the hen house as flooring into the run?
100%.
Yes. Yep.
Absolutely. Highly recommend it. The
I-
chickens
yeah.
will love it.
If you don't want to use it in your garden, you can. I've definitely even scooped some of it.
All right.
Yep.
I want to get back to the comment about the sand, and you use another big fancy word. It's reciprocal or something like that. Yes, I agree. Just like someone recently made a comment, and I don't know. I think James, I replied to. I'm not sure if it went out there yet. They said, "Oh my gosh, do not show a bag of Purina food." And I want to say, even in that video, I said, listen, we're not promoting. It just happens to be what we have. They're like, if your chicken stop laying eggs, it's because you're feeding them Purina food. And I replied, and if it gets out there, I hope so. But the point is, it just proves to me we do have to be careful about information getting out there. And it just spreads like wildfire. And it can cause a lot of problems. Where I am convinced, and again, for the record, I love a good conspiracy theory. So many people who are brand new to chickens didn't realize your chicken's going to stop laying in the wintertime. Mm-hmm. And because of that, a lot of people just have bad information. So we need to take advantage of that and get a video on that. All right, James, and on the sands.
Carolina Coops tinfoil hats coming soon.
Can I, Ingrid, will I be allowed if I do? Actually, I did. I think in that video I did put my hat on. And I asked James, I said, James, does it look better this way or like this way? And he said this way. But I do this when I'm getting real serious. And believe it or not, I do this with the vendors. They think I'm nuts. It's just to keep them on their toes. But this is kind of the funny way. I think this is the right Tinfoil Hat Club of America way to wear it.
So East Stormy asked,
She won't bite.
love the healthy straw. I'm just trying to move the show along. Love the healthy straw. Wondering when I would need to add more, though.
I would say just like...
Somebody got pushed off the table.
Silkie just fell down.
Oh, imagine that. The Silkie
Or did she get pushed off?
She might have.
Or did she just fall
No,
off?
she just fell.
Oh,
Okay.
look, the king of the mountain is Cracker Muncher. She's the only one
this is-
standing.
this is Royal Rumble of chickens. We do not promote violence. That's not what we're saying here, but...
But poop on Matt's computer. That would be bad.
I would not. You got a new computer if she does. Listen, I don't remember what. I would add healthy straw just like you did in the deep litter if you start to see and smell evidence that the ammonia, the nitrogen, is getting a little on the higher side. Then it's time to add the carbon. So for example, if you see a bunch of flies flying around your run area, time to add carbon. Just like in your deep litter system. And again,
When it's used up, yeah.
And I cannot say enough about that healthy straw. That stuff is awesome. If you haven't tried it, we sell it. It's amazing how far it goes. It's such a great bang for your buck. And I want to say we did just lower the price recently for pickup, right?
Yeah, $20.
$20. Does that include tax? Because people are going to...
No.
Okay. Doesn't include tax. Sorry, folks. Can't get around that. But what a value for $20.
She's looking for her friend, the little Silkie.
Was this your idea? It had to be. Such a chicken pusher.
I think it was a
Yeah, I think I might
joint
have said.
decision.
I think I might have said somebody should bring some chickens.
And if you guys have
And I
bought
left
our...
two here.
Listen, please do us a huge favor. If there's ever a way that you guys are like, man, I really, really wish we could repay Carolina Coops back for all that they do, especially with video chicken. If anything at all, leave us a review. Reviews are gold, especially with the healthy straw. We still sell a lot more hemp, way more hemp than we do healthy straw, which tells me we need to do better promoting and make sure there's people out there know about the straw and are aware of it.
So Willie says something about the wood chips keep your run dry, especially for those who do not have a roof over your run. It keeps your run from getting muddy. I love the wood chips.
I do
mean,
too.
If we get a lot of rain, we will take a pile of wood chips and put it outside of the run because our run is covered, obviously, but in that chicken yard, and you just pile it up there and let the chicken spread it, and it absorbs all the water.
Yeah, it's great.
So, I mean, I just don't know what's going on here. We should set up cameras in the corner of the studio so people can actually, and then stream them live so people can see the chaos behind the camera. How do you, well,
Hey, can you grab that?
no, I'm not, no.
Just
Hey, it's
scoot that bantam over this way.
free run around here, okay? Hold on. We just doubled up on comments here.
Yeah.
Was that intentional?
Well, go ahead. I did want to get to that.
Well, so I don't know how to say her name. Is it Ekin? Help me out here.
I don't know.
All right. Definitely a loyal viewer, fan. I think she also has, if I remember correctly, a chicken coop. Yeah. I want to say out west. if I mean, I'm really reaching. I'm trying to remember my memory here. She says sand is awesome. Please elaborate on that, please, because I don't want to be wrong, but I feel very strongly about this and why. And I'm not saying sand can't work for some people, but you shouldn't have to. And it just causes, in my opinion, more problems potentially and more work.
So this is Barbara who had said, "Oh, you said something about sand. Now I'm worried." And she says I rake my run 2 times a day and scoop the poop.
Oh my God! Sorry. No.
I'm telling
listen,
you, there are people who like to do that.
Barbara, do you like doing it? Because I doubt it. I don't know anyone that likes to do it, but maybe I'm wrong. Listen, you're working too hard for one. 2, more importantly, we got to understand there's a cycle. You are farming. You got to give back to the soil, and our feces, our droppings, give back to the soil, and you want to keep doing that to create that perfect ecology of that soil that are only going to benefit your chickens, which means it's going to benefit you. Sand doesn't do it. It's too sterile.
If I need to do something twice a day, it's going to be something really fun.
So Bruce says he received healthy straw on Wednesday and started using it around the garden. I've done that too. The quality of your straw is higher than the straw available at my feed store, also priced right.
Thank you. And actually, thank you for bringing that up, because some other comments have come up where there's products. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys can hear all this. I apologize.
I'm down to 1 bantam. The other ones are around the studio somewhere.
There are other places you can get straw that is chopped up. It's not the same quality. It will work for what it's meant for, and that's seeding. And it is going to be cheaper because you don't have to pay for it to be cleaner. You're going to want it cleaner for your chickens. But thank you for the comment, Bruce.
Yes. Willie also says the hemp product is good for your rabbits.
Hold on. No, okay. So, and here's where it all started. Yes, Tractor Supply has healthy straw.
In some areas.
In some areas. And you can walk in and get it dirt cheap. Tractor Supply is doing nothing to educate and inform, experiment, create videos, do all the things that we do to help promote the best life possible for your chickens and to make your life as easy as possible with this wonderful hobby. So just keep that in mind.
And if you call us or stop in, you're going to speak to a knowledgeable person.
Exactly. So yes, I can't compete with Tractor Supply. They make like 20 cents a bale. If it works for them, works for them. Okay. We can't. But I promise you, nobody at Tractor Supply is doing what we do. So please just keep that in mind when you're making your choice.
Elizabeth says that, or asking, is the golden tickets in the bags of hemp and straw?
Are we ready to do that, Nan? I really want to do it. And I'll tell you
No.
what I just got an idea. Here's why I haven't done it yet. We ordered some golden eggs, and they're so cheesy.
You got to put something else in there.
Other than a golden egg?
Something that can't be reproduced.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's going to be proof that it's from us.
Is it a 3D printed egg?
We're gonna 3D print our own golden egg that can be opened up with the golden certificate in there, and it will have my stamp, my seal.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
My
We
race
talked
seal
about
for the
that.
corporation. And that, if anyone goes to that lengths to copy, then whatever. But I want to make it a big deal. I want to give away a free chick coop. I've always wanted to do that. And yes, it's to promote Carolina Coops and to sell more hemp, whatever. But why not have some fun? And then maybe the winner, whatever. I don't know. We do need to do that. I'm just not sure. Our customers that are still waiting for their coops probably won't be too happy about it. But
Rudy said something, and I wanted to address this. He says, I have nothing but sand in my area. Added organics from woods like leaves and such, covered with wood chips from tree service, and have not had to do anything in 2 years.
exactly.
So the difference between having sandy soil versus bringing in bagged, like play sand or
Masonry sand.
masonry sand. So that's, because
There you are.
because the sandy soil is going to have microbes and things because it's going to be a mix and it's naturally occurring. We're talking about people that are bringing in place in.
That's a good point. That's a good
that's
point.
why I
And
wanted to bring
eventually
that up.
that can happen. Eventually that can happen. But it's, again, when people tell me they're using sand and they say, well, wait, I have to use sand, it tells me something else is wrong. Wait, hold on. What was that? There's
What?
so many great
What?
comments.
I'm sorry. Then you go do it.
Well, no, because then you get mad at me, and I didn't pre-read it. It might be a comment to another viewer, which
Yeah,
I absolutely love when they're talking back and
Yeah,
forth.
yeah,
Dirt is free and is already there in the ground, great for dust baths, and is natural substrate for chickens. You can rake it, and the poop naturally composts over time. So easy, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we're
Well
always
said,
saying.
Amber.
Keep it simple.
Okay, hold on, James. You before we forget, because we're already at 1:15. You said there were some things that came up. I keep forgetting about your stuff on social media. Do you want to hand that off to me? We should probably get you a microphone. Now I think about it. I mean, we got 10 more hookups in that mixer. So hot off the press. I just like saying that.
Thank you, James.
Oh,
Oh, I saw that video.
water purification cube. Okay.
That was pretty
Yeah, was
interesting.
I supposed to grab one of those? I never got mine.
Just love doing that. Okay. These must be questions from one of our own employees. Okay.
Thank
well,
you.
okay, yeah, so here it is. I ordered this, just to let you guys know. I was on Facebook or who knows where I was. And they got me. They had a great ad, great videos, this and that. And the reason why I got it is because the claim is so ridiculous to believe. But whatever, they got me. Click buy, here they are. They're just these very perforated, corrugated cubes of carbon. And what they claim is just drop it right into the water that you're using for your farm animals, okay? Like a horse trough or whatever that's full of algae and just, dirty, nasty. And you drop that in and it'll be instantly crystal clear, right? So I was like, oh, I got to try this. So we have the duck pond out there just sitting out in the wide open and has water in it. And it is,
Dirty water.
well, hold on. I should mention it is city water. So you're already going to have some things in it that should help keep it clean. But eventually it's going to dissipate. So it's not well water. But it was getting nasty. And it was growing a lot of algae. And the other thing, too, again, just being an exterminator, the last thing you ever want to do, and it doesn't matter if it's now because there's malaria again for some reason, that you want to contribute to mosquito larvae, okay, or mosquitoes in general. We dropped it in there, and I haven't seen what was it, a story or reel on Instagram?
I saw it.
Apparently there was a lot of comments.
It was pretty impressive.
So the first question is,
The way it bubbled up.
would clear blue work? I don't know what AV means by clear blue. Is it a brick of charcoal? How does it work? I don't see a plug. Are there chemicals? Matt Ryan. Okay, good.
I think clear blue is like a pool chemical.
Yeah. So yeah, here's my understanding. And I don't want to bore people, but what I'm going to tell you is I'm impressed. Not completely. I'm not sold, but it's been interesting, the results. So bear with me. And the reason why I really wanted to consider this is for people that really insist on having a purification system on their rain barrel for the water for their chickens. I thought this could be a great way to give you a peace of mind and help clean it. Charcoal is extremely porous. And I would use charcoal a lot. Here, take a look at that. Isn't that kind of cool when you're looking through it? See what I mean?
Yeah. It increases the surface area, which I think is important.
Exactly. Well, yes, that's why it's corrugated the way it is. But you also have, if you were to take under a microscope and look at it, there's so much even more surface. I use charcoal a lot. A lot of times when people are in the have an aquarium or whatever, charcoal is a great thing for organics and impurities to stick to while it's going through the filtration process. My thing is, well, how is it going to work if you're just going to drop that in and there's no circulation? This is just a stagnant thing of water, and that's what a horse trough is typically. So how it works is it's acting as a natural filter because things are sticking to the carbon. Yeah, there is no plug. There are no chemicals. And that's why I had such a hard time
very
believing
simple.
it. Yeah. How do you know it's not toxic to poultry? I don't. Good question.
Well, if it's just carbon, it shouldn't be.
Well, here's the problem, and I can say this, I
Yeah.
hope.
Oh, we don't read Chinese.
Nan, can you help me out? It's so funny.
Is it like so?
What? Go ahead.
It's the side of the.
If
Who
you
knows what it
If you
says?
use like a Brita filter, those filters
Wait
are
a
charcoal.
minute. I know exactly what you were talking about. Never mind. Disregard.
So I don't know if if you are drinking water that has gone through a filter, I would that humans can drink.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then
The difference is water went through it. and that it's so porous. Carbon is so porous, things stick to it. Even a bubble going through water, things stick to it. It's quite incredible when you get into the world of water filtration. The thing is, this is just isolated, stagnant water, but yet it is working. How do you know it's not toxic? Great question, because we don't.
Yeah, we can't read the label of the
Especially
box.
when things, especially when things come from China, which most everything does. I can tell you,
Except for Carolina
you got to be
Coop.
so careful trusting anything comes from China. It's nuts what they push, what they get away with. So valid question. So we should figure out how we can test
Block the camera.
if this is safe for chickens. Maybe we could do our own tests by testing the water.
Yeah, you should drink it.
Oh, thanks. So I got to be the guinea pig.
We have a question. Chase Smith says, what are the pros and cons of pellets versus crumbles, and which do you prefer?
I love pellets.
I like pellets too.
Ingrid? Oh boy.
No, I guess it's the pellets that are in the stuff that I use is mostly
Oh.
scratch grains
Oh,
with
yeah,
a little
sorry.
bit of
Yeah.
cut pellets.
Then there's stage 10 in the world of backyard
Yes.
chickens,
Yes.
where Ingrid is clearly at, and
That is some good product.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you turned me on to well,
Yeah.
the one I get is very good, and then you turned me on to the Carolina Pride, which is fantastic. So I use both that and the little birdie stuff.
Hold on, Carolina Price is a local granary.
It is in Coker Mill.
Local.
Let's get them on the show. Do I really gotta say these things?
I don't know.
They
I
have a
guess
whole
so.
grain mix that's really
Yeah, it's
really
the
good.
People
Crazy
would
Eight
love this.
scratch grains, which has like the pellets in it, but it has all the grains, and they're fantastic.
So here's the one thing I learned at the farm in New York. I saved a ton of money in feed when you go right to the granary. And it was actually a better quality. They delivered it. You buy larger quantities, and it was just it was great all the way around.
So they're
Anyway, okay, so back to let's please get them on the show. And to answer that question, pellets. And the reason why I like pellets is because there's a lot less waste. How long does it last? Not sure. What's it called? We couldn't tell.
Oh, I found it on Amazon very easily. Just putting in a charcoal cube.
Right. So James is
Yeah.
like, all I can see is water purification cube. Yeah, that's all.
And it was cheap. It was like
Leslie.
$12.
I just want to say, Leslie Carlson
$11?
asked, "Do you have bundles of both healthy straw and hemp?"
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we just sent out bundled yesterday. And it's also great for horses. That's the other big thing I'm about to get into. I really want to keep growing the amount we sell, because the more we sell, the cheaper I'm going to be able to offer it to you guys individually. It's just a numbers game.
It's good for horses, chickens, and gardeners.
Everything. I think everything when it
Goats.
comes to
Goats. Yeah.
poo. Yeah.
I used it for pigeons.
Would you use that in the rain barrel? They are so hard to scrub out.
They are a pain to disconnect, I think.
Come on. What do you mean?
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
sorry.
Listen, you shouldn't have to scrub the inside of your barrel. However, I know everyone's water's different. You can have different things growing, especially if it gets really, really hard. I question how many times do we really need to scrub it out, because a lot of those things are harmless. What's harmful is if it smells really bad and you got a lot of bacteria growing. That's going to be a little bit different. And then again, you have a different problem. You got to figure out what's feeding that bacteria. So the whole idea is, yes, we want to use it in the rain barrel. Will the ducks eat the mosquito fish, or is that a possibility?
To put mosquito fish in
Yeah.
a pond for,
I would think they would.
I would too.
Yeah. Good for a fish pond. I don't know. So it's brand new, but I guess there was a lot of questions, a lot of comments.
I wouldn't use that on a fish pond because you need the algae. The fish eat that stuff. You don't want clear water
yeah.
in a pond. I mean, I have a pond. I never feed the fish. And the frogs, they just eat what's growing in there.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
true. So true. When I used to grow coral, I was one of those people that could grow the hardest coral and could not grow the easiest coral. Long story short, I found out my system was so clean, it was too clean. You need that stuff in the water. Things need certain things in there. All right. Anyways, all right. So we are coming up to 1:30. I can't thank you guys enough for being here. We'll hammer through some of the last questions or comments. Or if you have any
Yes.
more questions or comments, put them in now, and let's
Elizabeth wants to come by this afternoon for hemp and healthy straw.
go. Please, we're here.
Come on by. question.
What's that say? Hold on. Great idea. Make a product. Make a poster of all of Matt's expressions, even when he is hiding in his shirt to avoid the poop smell. Why don't the chickens eat the flies around the coop?
They do. Some of them might go
Yeah.
after flies.
Yeah, I would say because there's other easier food sources,
Yeah.
other easier things for them to do. Why try to go around and chase a fly?
I've seen them though.
Yeah.
I've seen mine jump up for things for flies. Some of them, I think it depends on the chicken. Who wants to go in on a machine to copy Matt's seal? Bruce asks.
So now I'm not going to do it. See what I mean?
They don't know what it looks like.
You can probably look it up on public records.
I
But
don't know.
I don't know. And I'm so worried because then, even when we try to do a giveaway with a shirt, it turns into something. We were just talking recently. We're coming up to 20,000 followers. I know it's not a ton, but not bad on Instagram. And Instagram is so tough. And I was like, we should do something for the 20,000th follower, something just to help get us there a little bit quicker. And the last time we did it for 10,000.
I know. I don't know why you forget how horrible that was.
Yeah.
Then what people do is they unfollow and then they
Yes.
follow. and
Yeah,
it's
so
just- it becomes
imagine
like a
if
whole
we
big thing.
had someone trying to fake, fake the golden ticket like they did in Willy Wonka, fake the golden egg. I do want to do something. I think it would be a lot of fun. And of course, it is completely a publicity stunt. It's just to help grow the
Just
business
follow us.
and have some fun. Yeah, it's just really that simple.
Just follow us so we can get 1 million followers and Matt will be happy.
Yeah.
I'll never be happy. You know what I'm going to say once I hit it 1?
1,000,001,
No, 2.
1,000,002,
Yeah, I can't wait.
or 2,000,000.
Yes.
I got it.
I was thinking about that, Mike. Google
Google
Translate
Translate.
on a photo taken of the box. Yeah.
Can you do with a photo?
I'm
Oh yeah, you can.
Today's
oh.
AI.
Oh yeah, you can. Google
Dude,
Translate.
I'm starting to like that AI. Is that bad? It is such a great
Stay
tool.
tuned.
You're the one that turned me on to
Oh.
it. Don't you play innocent
Put
here.
your hat back on.
No, seriously. Well, listen, AI's been around for a very long time. Spell check. Who doesn't love spell check? God knows I do. That's a form of AI. It's literally the same thing. It has been such a nice tool. Hold on. They don't use charcoal in the distill.
Oh, don't they use?
Don't they use charcoal in the distillation of bourbon and whiskey? I bet you they do. Carbon is just a great thing to use when you're purifying water.
Rob asked when to switch from
crumbles to pellets.
What is
I usually, when I will buy crumbles for the baby chicks.
the babies?
And once they get bigger, once they become pullets, like maybe 15, 16 weeks, I switch to pellets. I'm not saying that's right. I mean, I'm not the chicken expert by any means.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Oh, that's the other thing. So yeah, let's get. I forget the granary place.
Cooper Mill.
Yeah. One of the other things you can do with grain food, whole grain food, is ferment it, and it's actually better for the animal. It helps last longer, and I'm sure a lot more things I'm not even aware of.
Yeah, fermenting gives. We've talked about this. It gives natural probiotics. However, chickens also ferment food in their crop naturally.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Maureen says, I would worry about the potential chemicals and other sources of healthy straw. Yours is very clean, not dusty, and covers a huge area. So thank you. Yes. But I want to be clear. The term healthy straw is a brand name.
Yeah, it's one word and it's an I. So that's the brand name. That's why we
Yes.
like to refer to it as
Yes.
farm straw.
And we buy it wholesale so we can split it up and sell it to you guys because obviously you're not going to want to buy a whole truck worth and offer savings there. And it gives us, we got to make money off it so we can provide you a product, warehouse it, do the education on it. However, there is chopped up straw now that I think that's maybe what Maureen is saying.
Right.
That, yeah, I would absolutely be concerned about that.
Yeah, like you said, the stuff they put down for when they seed.
Yeah, and it has tack in it for that purpose.
What's tack?
I'm not sure. I was gonna look it up. TACK.
Crumbles make chickens work more for their food. Pellets make less mess. So there is some truth to that. And have we ever done experiments where you got to put it where the people can see it? What do chickens prefer? I'm really curious. What do chickens prefer, crumbles or pellets?
Some people say their chickens prefer one or the other. I've just noticed that when mine are hungry, they eat what I give them.
So tack is, oh God, I'm so blind. It's a bonding agent that gives the straw a tackiness and holds it together, protecting the grass seed from heavy wind and washouts.
Yeah,
So,
you wouldn't want that with your chickens.
Yeah.
What's the average number of eggs a bantam lays annually?
Well, between me and Ingrid, we could not find any bantam eggs for the show today, if that tells you
Well,
anything.
because Midge is like part-time broody.
So
and-
is
yeah.
So they're not good egg layers.
No,
They
they're not.
no, but I wanted to bring it in only because the egg, like that little gray self blue one, is a lot bigger than you would think. Like you
It
would think a
is.
chicken like that would like be like a quail egg or a tiny little egg, and it's quite big, and their yolks are actually bigger.
Yeah.
The yolk to white ratio is bigger in a bantam. So like 2 or 3 midge eggs. There you go. You got like a
I like them because when I'm baking, I can do a half batch, or I can have like a 1.5 egg omelet.
Why don't more people feed their chicken organic feed?
but I don't.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
The price point's pretty high.
The other thing too is I remember again when I was an exterminator when organic started to become cool. It was such a pain in the butt because, and this is something I'm curious about now because I've been out of the loop. Have they finally solidified what is the definition of organic products? Because for a long time it was left up to interpretation, and when you have to abide by that legally, it became a mess. And the point is, I have learned just because something claims to be organic, at least back in the day, didn't mean it was really the organic you were thinking of. So we should look
They're
into that.
certified organic, which there's the certification involved. Like if I wanted to have my mini farm, be certified organic, you have to have the soil tested. It has to go over 6 years' time. There's all this kind of cost, and it makes it very hard and cost prohibitive for a small farmer to or maybe even a small grain farmer to get certified. However, there is people that use organic principles where then, so like the stuff I get from Little Birdie and what seems to be from Coker Mills seems like it's organic, but it's not certified organic, so they can't say organic on the label. And I think that's the difference from what my understanding
Yeah,
is.
so-
Organic.
And I'm happy to hear that only because I can tell you when you have to deal with it, it can become so frustrating because you want to do what's right. And I think the word organic for a long time was abused. And didn't they use a new word now that you see on a lot of packaging that isn't the word organic because it's not certified, but they have a new word that was supposed to be kind of the same thing. Anyways, when are you going to offer that nesting material that you featured 3 or 4 weeks ago?
I know.
Jeez, hopefully soon. Thank you for asking. I have called them every single day. The holdup is dialing in the packaging. They have the material. How much are we going to package? How are we going to compress it? There's a lot of little things still being figured out. What I can tell you is I love it. I am really excited about it. And I am pushing to once it's available, that will be immediately up on the website, right, Ingrid?
Oh yeah, getting right on that.
Hopefully soon. I would hope it's ready by the end of this month. Yeah, because we're in August. Oh, absolutely, it's coming.
Stay tuned.
So Willie says, why do you not put an aerator in the rain barrel to stir up the water so it doesn't get stagnant? And with our poultry water system, it circulates.
We do have a
So-
water pump.
Yeah, so it pumps and it doesn't get stagnant.
Chopper Doll, that's a nice bike. Remind people why not to put concrete at the bottom of a coop. So I'm assuming they mean
The entire.
a
run.
concrete pad. Yeah, that's even worse than sand. And there have been a couple customers, no matter what I said, I was almost begging them not to do it. They did it, and in their mind is that they're going to go in and hose it down every day. That's factory farming. You can make it work, but it's just not ideal. And I don't recommend it. Not to mention, it's going to cost a lot of money. That's probably the most expensive thing to put down
Oh,
for your
yeah.
coop. Completely unnecessary.
Again, you're just getting away from what the chickens.
They want the soil.
Yep. I just okay. It's 1:30
I know.
for
I was going to start
Friday,
pushing.
August
I was going to start pushing to see how long I can keep Ingrid in here. If you guys have any more questions, ask away right now. We're going to get through the rest of these. I hate
And
that
then
we
gather up our bantams.
Yeah, oh my
lost.
gosh. I wish I could
down to
pop over
one.
to
I
get
have no
straw
idea
and
where they
hemp.
went.
Is everyone clicking the thumbs up? Yes, everyone, please click the thumbs up. Do whatever you got to do to continue to grow the show. I got some things cooking soon where I hope it's going to help continue to grow Video
good.
Chicken a lot.
Mr. Appleberry62 says, I have a free source of rice hulls. Is this an okay bedding for the coop? I know you're all about the hemp.
Yes. Well, I've never done it. I have been doing I'm always researching what's the next great product. And, rice hull is becoming very, very popular. And there are people that now actually sell a rice hull bedding. I've never done it. It makes sense. I don't see why it wouldn't work, but which one's better? I couldn't tell you right now.
Yeah, we only can speak of the hemp because we've been doing that for so long.
So my opinion would be give it a try and let us know. That's what we should do with the 4 coops out here. And hopefully we're going to have that Craftsman coop up, but I think I might push the goat house here soon. We should do a different type of bedding in each coop. Oh, hold on. What is this?
Yeah,
Is
that
such,
is interesting.
This is-
Chase Smith.
Yeah, I put a single coil of large diameter solid copper wire in the bottom of my outside dog's metal water bucket to keep the algae at bay. Will this work in a plastic barrel? So a couple things. Has anyone out there ever grounded their bed? Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
I want to do it. I want to do it because I've been told it's amazing to actually sleep on copper, a great metal conductor, and you ground it, and you're grounding your body. But anyways, I saw something recently where a pool guy used pennies and copper fittings to use as an algicide. I have no idea, but it makes sense because you can use copper as a chemical.
Pennies don't have copper in them anymore, though.
That's a good point. So, and even a lot of the copper fittings you buy, it's supposed to be water safe, but there's actually a certain amount of lead in it. But anyways, I don't see why it wouldn't work in a plastic barrel. I haven't ever tried it. Ingrid?
I don't know.
Copper has those benefits, so.
The only thing
You
I
can
put
try
in my
that.
barrel is mosquito dunks. That's the only thing
I
put
need
in
one of
there.
those.
Yeah, so what's in a mosquito dunk, though?
It's supposed to be animal safe, but I don't know what's in it.
Yes.
Yeah, because the mosquito dunks we used to do had a larvicide in it. And
No, these are sold for like horse troughs and stuff. You have to get the right kind.
Sparky Preps, this has been a great show.
Aw,
I appreciate
everybody
that.
loves it when Matt gets pooped on.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I do like the Q&A. 'Cause I tell you, when we do interviews, I love to bring people on. It is hit or miss.
We learn something from everybody.
No, we do.
Even if they're not that charismatic.
True, but the point is, people aren't going to sit here and watch a show for an hour and 37 minutes without it being entertaining and funny.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
So,
So Fishing Matt Ryan says it would be cool if your road crews could do a quick walkthrough for YouTube or Insta on the coops they install. But what do you have coming up there, Matt?
Yeah. What's going on, Matt?
well, okay. I didn't know if I should mention it because of safety issues. Like, I'm starting to get real paranoid in my old age. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I'm going to be on the road soon, and hopefully going to be doing this on a regular basis. I'm finally getting out there.
Good.
Back where I used to be, on a coop site, on a construction site, and or at least walking around finished coops. We're gonna be taking our camera guy, our social media guy, and we're gonna hit the road.
Aw.
And we're gonna be going to some coops throughout the entire southeast. At least that's the plan on the first run, and maybe even doing a surprise visit for one that's in the works right now that I can't wait to see.
Aw.
It's our first Craftsman coop that's all oiled.
Wow.
Nice.
Can't wait to see
Yeah,
that.
it's
I
gonna be
love
cool.
the natural oil and the natural stains.
So, Fishing Matt Ryan, yeah, we're going to be back out there doing it, and I promise, the next time I'm out in well, I shouldn't say I promise. Next time I'm in Southern California, I would love to meet up with Fishing Matt Ryan. I think it would be awesome.
There's nothing cuter than watching her like grab an egg. So, to that point, we won't be live next. We won't be here next week.
Well, we won't be here next week. If
But
I'm
Matt could pop up.
at any time. Oh, yeah, we will definitely
Yes.
be popping up live. I love to go live, but it's so hard to time that right. The other
how
thing.
hard can it be, really? It's Friday at noon.
There might be. So we might be.
No,
off.
what I'm saying-
we might not have a show for
Right,
a couple
but
weeks.
but if I'm
No,
especially
I mean, like, if you want to go live Friday at noon.
Right, but yeah. So like next week, if I'm at a place where I got good signal, that's
Yeah,
not always
oh,
easy.
that's true.
Thank you. How hard can it be? You just love saying that now.
I like giving you a hard time. Because this show is the only time I can give you a hard time. Otherwise, you're my boss.
Hold on, Fahey. I've heard that name a lot recently. Is that the one they're doing out in California?
Yeah.
Hopefully, he doesn't mind me saying. Dude, I just saw his drawing of his coop.
I know. Isn't it great?
I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I almost, I want to go see it. If I don't do it soon, I definitely got to come
I
out see
feel
it.
like that's going to be one that gets rolled into.
Yeah.
Oh, my
something
gosh.
I'm going to be
that's-
out there
Can we show it?
after Christmas. So, Bruce, I hope
Well,
I
why
can
don't we
stop
look?
by.
Huh? I mean, I do have sketch. I mean, maybe next time. I love Bruce's coop.
Yeah, I do too.
It's
It's a 10 by 10.
It's a very unique design. Evan crushed it as always, and if this thing
This is
craps on me,
Now yours poop.
no.
poop, poop, poop.
So Bruce, I think the crew's out there right now, and you got an awesome coop coming. I'm assuming the customer came to us with that idea, right? If this,
Well,
no.
he had his parameters. He needed to fit this coop into a 10 by 10 area.
Oh, wait a minute. So did the customer come to us with the idea of his custom coop, which is usually what they do? Evan's just got to figure out how to make it really work.
Pretty much. Well, it was a work in progress. We had to get the it's an American coop with a run not next to it instead of lengthwise, and then Evan came up with the upper clerestory window.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So Bruce, I know you're going to be tickled pink once that's all done. So once again, especially out in California, it is tricky. Mm-hmm. It's actually very mountainous. A lot of people don't realize that,
Yeah.
but there's also not a lot of room in a lot of places. Will there be a show next week? So next week,
No.
possibly, but the week after that, I do know. So listen, okay, I'm going to bring this up, and I'd love to get everyone's opinion. And I haven't talked to you yet about it, Kristen. I wanted to bring that crow expert on, but she's doing some research 14 hours ahead of us.
Right.
And
I also reached out to somebody else that's also got a PhD in crows.
cool.
So if we could, and he's in Washington State. So
Oh, okay.
So it would be easier if we could have it at the time that everybody's used to. I know you were talking about having another time, but
Wouldn't it be fun? VCL special.
oh,
Let's say 8:00 Friday night. We have some drinks. We have a tincture of ghost pipe. Would that be fun? I bet you people would absolutely love that.
when will the prefab coop windows be available?
They are available now. They're not available on the website quite yet, but
What's
it'll
the
be
hold
soon.
up? What's the hold up there?
I was getting confirmation on the box sizes because you said they're not the right box sizes.
We just got. Yeah, we're dialing in the packaging.
Okay, and then there was a problem with UPS, so I was waiting for that to be as because I don't
Is it
want.
because they're on strike? Are they still on strike?
I didn't
They're
know they
not
were
on strike.
They're going on strike. It's
They're
like
not
they're
on strike.
glitching things to make things even worse.
Well,
they were talking about going on strike.
They were talking about it, but a strike was averted. But we were having a problem where we were getting overcharged for shipping, so I didn't want to put an item
Right.
like that on the website when we're going to get overcharged for shipping.
The things that go on that people have no idea for you guys to make sure. Hold on, slow down. I'm gonna.
Oh my God.
Okay, go pee then. I'm gonna go. I'm going to order the watering system soon. Could you please put a bundle together of all the different pieces I need? We do that already, don't we?
Yeah, the watering system is a complete system,
Right.
Except for the heated components
The heated components are different.
and the rain barrel.
And the rain barrel, but there's links on the website that will take you to those, so you can buy
I
them.
like this. And we talk about this all the time, but what's the best way then to level your coop when starting from the ground up? So we have a video somewhere where we did go in great depths with visual examples, right? About pros and cons of whether you're going to do a concrete footing or a beam. If you're going to bring in soil, are you going to level it off, right?
What?
I'm
A
losing
base video? That would be great to have if we have
Because
it. I don't recall it.
I do. If not, then we need to do it. Because,
need to do
Because to
that.
answer a question, what's the best way then to level your coop when starting from the ground up? I mean, there's so many.
Because you said you didn't like concrete blocks.
Right. So to answer that, I don't want to mislead people, but, every situation is different. And
And every budget's different.
Exactly. Good point. So I wish I could answer that. But what I wanted to say is we have a video. Go back and hopefully we can in great detail answer that for
Well,
you.
we have it on our website about how to, like the different ways to make your
Oh, we do.
Right.
Okay.
Wait,
site prep.
Okay, hold on. We show different ways, but that's not the question. It's what's the best way.
Well, but we don't have a video on that now.
And it depends on your circumstances and budget, like you were saying, Kristen. What's that?
I don't know. I'm letting you do what you want to do.
Wait. Can you give a link to the unmentioned morning show you all were on?
I certainly can. We were on.
Oh, Fox and Friends.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, we're not supposed to mention that.
It's on the website.
Yeah. I decided not to go crazy with it, and Elizabeth, I appreciate that. I mean, I tell you, did we ever even talk about it? Because I know people hate Fox and Friends. People love Fox and Friends. Bottom line is, I tell you, it was a great experience, and it had nothing to do with the political side of it. It was just a platform that they do to show off some American-made businesses, and we did it, and it was awesome. So, yeah, is it on the website?
Yes, of course.
Cool. Thank you.
It's probably under press. Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. I know. This is going on, and I love that they keep chiming in and leaving questions and comments. I mean, I could do this the rest of the day. Can we start drinking now?
I'm clocked in. Whatever you want to pay me for.
Yes, please bring back the Coop walkarounds. They are coming. They're coming. They're coming. I know I'm way past due. I can't wait to get back out there. I could just tell you what I do want to do is at least do a video to show people why I've not done a Coop walk around in, 2 years? And it has everything, yeah, it has not 3. It has everything to do with getting this factory up and running. But I can tell you, I am so proud of the team here that not only will they be able to run the factory here, and I know there's gonna be bumps in the road, they had to learn how to handle problems.
Right.
That's,
They're doing a great job.
Yes. So
Great staff.
they're learning how to go, what would Matt say? Here's what we got to do, and figuring out their own way. I absolutely love it. Want to have Kristen or Ingrid go live at noon, even if Matt's not there. See, you guys, I told you. You should do that.
Bruce says Ethan's there now.
Nice.
Yay.
So Bruce
Yay.
is getting his install finally.
Yeah.
And that must be so exciting.
Yeah, he's got chicks.
That's good.
You can hear his drilling.
Or can you hear his drilling? That's
All right.
shoulder bantam.
God. Ingrid prefers not to be on camera. Has Kenzie go live with Kristen? So, I mean, Mackenzie and Kristen have gone live. I know Mackenzie would love to do it. So, I mean, I guess what they're saying is still do the show.
It's not the same without you. It's not the same
Yeah.
without Ingrid.
Right.
Yeah.
I do agree. The 3 of us, I think either it's just what we're used to, but I think we do well. I don't know. All right, guys. It is actually almost 2 o'clock. Ingrid, thank you for toughening it out. She keeps looking at me like,
I love the way
gotta-
you say thanks as if I ever feel like I ever have a choice.
Yeah,
Because
and
I never do.
I gotta gather up my bantams. And
everyone
put 'em
has a
back
choice.
wherever they may have flown off to.
They're mostly here. They're
Okay.
over there.
They're around.
having a little hen
Yeah, don't
party.
forget we got like 10,000 fly larvae underneath the desk right
Oh.
now. Guys, thank you
Oh,
so
is
much
that
for
why
being
there was
here.
so much racket under there?
Have a wonderful, safe, happy weekend. Later.